Hello everyone, welcome to the news. I'm very happy to be with you today and we are in my new apartment, so welcome to my new home. I hope you like it because that's where I will do most of my videos now. So let's go for the news because we have a lot to cover today. The first thing is about our general meeting that took place on the 18th of May in Paris, and we voted 3 innovations, which I'm sure that's something that you really care about during this general meeting. So I will talk about the 3 innovations. The first one is Cool Roof. So this one is a very low-tech one, so I like it a lot. So you know that a lot of energy is taken to cool our buildings down, so your home or your workplace, whatever it is. And Cool Roof gave a solution to that. It's to paint roof in white. And you will tell me maybe it's an old technology we have been knowing for years. Think about Greece, for example, with white cities to avoid hot weather. And the reason why we do that is it will reflect the sun rays, and so it will naturally cool down the building, the interior of the building. The innovation of Cool Roof is in its composition, so it's made of orso shell, which has a lower impact on the environment. It's also very efficient, so we have 95% efficiency, which is huge. And finally, on its durability, so it's 20 years durability, which is really great, and it also protects the building during this time. The second innovation is Chiva. Hydrogen is very important for the ecological transition. It's something we see in all scenarios around ecological transition. But today we can be a little bit confused between the different hydrogen production, the green, the blue, the gray. It's a little bit confusing. But what we know is we will probably need hydrogen. Chiva is about the production of green hydrogen, which is made by electrolyze. And this innovation is on the electrodes, which have a special treatment, which will have a better yield. So we have around 30% improvement on the yield in laboratories. And we also are able to use wastewater, which means we don't need to do any treatment beforehand. So that's a double advantage thanks to the treatment of the electrodes. Finally, the third innovation is Redox. Redox is about renewable energy. You probably know it's a key for the ecological transition as well, but there is a problem with the intermittent availability, which means that wind and solar, they are not available 24 hours, 7 days per week. So that means that we need enough storage to have a constant supply if we don't want to be dependent of when there is wind and sun to have light or anything like that on a home. The problem is today with the existing batteries, they contain rare metal, they also have a short lifespan, and also they are hardly recyclable, which with the short lifespan is a double problem. With Redox, we have a high storage capacity with no critical metals inside. It's also with a huge durability, so you will be able to have the battery for a long time. And finally, it's recyclable, which is a huge advantage today. The other thing about Redox, it's adapted to renewable energy production unit, which is where we need to have batteries today if we want to store the energy and be able to answer the demand without having energy shortage. So that's it for the innovations, and I hope you like it because you will hear a lot more about it in the few next months. The next thing I wanted to talk about is Change Now Summit. Change Now is the world's largest event for the planet, and it took place in Paris last month. We were there, we had booths, we had workshop, we also did some events, and we got to meet a lot of people. We got to meet some of our shareholders, so thank you if you were one of them, and thank you for visiting us because it's always a pleasure to discuss with you. But we also met with some innovators, we met with some potential investors, so it was interesting for the team to be there. And there are 2 main events I would like to talk about in this video. The first one is the climate dividend launching. It was a real success because we had more than 100 people, including some people standing, so it was quite impressive to see. And it was really important for us because we know that climate dividends are a key subject for the success of Time for the Planet and also globally for the financial transition of the economy. So we had speakers not only from Time for the Planet, but also from other organizations such as the United Nations, Gold Standard, SWEEP, and many others. So you should go check out the video. I will let the link in the description. If you are interested by climate dividend and want to know more about what it is, how it works, what we will do with it, I'm sure you will find it really interesting. The next thing I wanted to talk about during Change Now was the closing event of episode 2 of season 1 of Time for the Planet. So this is a very important time because it's the occasion for us to get to give you more information about what's going on. We had more than 400 people in person during this event, which makes it the biggest event in person of the history of Time for the Planet. So it was really nice and quite impressive to see all of you there. It was 2 hours to sum up the episode, what happened, talk about our companies as well, what they are doing right now, what's the progress, and I know that's something that really interests you. We also took some time to acknowledge the people who helped us during the 4 months of this episode, because it's really precious to have all this help. And we wanted to make it clear that we are really happy to have all of you helping us. And finally, we show our movie about the 2 first years of Time for the Planet. It's quite nice, and you'll see it's a very intense moment. So I hope you will go and watch it. The translation in English is actually under process because it was done in French, but very soon you will have the subtitles, and once you have them, you can go and watch the video. I'm sure you will love it, hopefully in 1 week or so. Now, that's it about Change Now. Let's go to the UK directly. So we had our first event ever, official event in person in the UK. It took place in London last month. It was around 60 people coming, so a few shareholders, but a lot of people as well who didn't really know about Time for the Planet or just heard a little bit about Time for the Planet but weren't too sure what it was. So it was really nice to see people from different backgrounds coming in. It was a presentation first with a few question answer and then a little bit of networking, and it was quite a success. We had a lot of questions, people wanting to know more, which is always a good sign, and it was really nice to get to just discuss with different people about Time for the Planet, what they think about it, how they see the model of Time for the Planet in the UK, and it's quite positive, so I'm really happy with this event. So to wrap it up, just 4 very quick news. The first one is we did it. We raised 10 million euros. Congrats to you all. That's thanks to you. Thank you for your support. And let's continue. So the next million is just so fast. I will not even have time to do the next video before we raise the next million. The second thing is we had a communication operation in France with some of our shareholders who volunteered to do this, standing with a t-shirt with a QR code in the back, and they were just waiting for people to flash their QR code. They did this in 8 different cities in France. So thanks for this, and it was really great to see. And I do hope next time we will have people doing it in English, in the UK, and maybe in other countries. It will be really great to do that everywhere in the world. So I'm counting on you, because we will probably do this once in a year, so you have 1 year to prepare. The next thing is about the assessors. So if you don't know who are the assessors, they are the people who are pre-selecting the innovation, and it can be anyone really. It can be you, it can be your sister, your brother, your mother, your best friend. Anyone can be an assessor. And the goal is really to rely on collective intelligence to be able to pre-select our innovation before they go to the scientific committee. The news here is we have the first assessor training in English on the 20th this month. So go register if you're not an assessor yet. It will really be nice to have finally assessors from all over the world, because till now we had only people who were able to speak French, but finally people speaking English will be able to be assessors as well. The last news is about the UK. So you know I arrived around 1 month ago, but what happened is really great, because we had the first UK community of shareholders that was created, which is the UK community of London shareholders. So that's what we call a planet in Time for the Planet in our community. So a planet is just a small community of people who have something in common, and so we have a London planet finally, and I'm really happy to see this. I really hope we will see tons of other planets planet in the UK very soon. It's a community itself who decide to build a planet. So I'm counting on you, all the people from the UK, to build new planets, and all the people over the world as well. If you want to build your planet, you are more than welcome to do it. And that's how we get such a lovely and joyful community who is able to help us every day. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for staying with me. I'll see you next month, probably at the same place, because now I have finally my new place. And I hope you will have a lovely month and you will enjoy the beginning of the summer. See you. Bye.